Hi, I'll be showing you how you can install the black joystick wire harness set from Focus Attack into a stock Mad Catz 360 TE joystick to give it a cleaner look on the inside. The joystick harness set contains 4 pieces. Each wire set is contained in high quality TexFlex PET braided tubing with non-slip heat shrink and an assortment of 22 gauge wires connected to 11/100ths of an inch nylon insulated quick disconnects. There are 2 action button sets, one for punch buttons and one for kick buttons. Each set comes with 4 color wire leads for an 8 button configuration. There is 1 mode button set with 3 wire leads for start, select, and home. There is 1 5-pin wiring harness for Sanwa or Shimizu type joysticks. You'll first need to open up your TE using a hex key. Unscrew the top 6 hex screws and lift off the metal panel and start disconnecting the JLF harness as well as the wires for the buttons. You have 2 options on how you can install the joystick wire harness set. You can either solder the wires to the PCB or you can crimp the wires, each option having their own pros and cons. Before you start, note that the wire harness for the mode button set, we will only be using 2 of the 3 buttons, start and back. Decide which 2 color pairs you will use and cut off the unused one. I will be cutting off the white pair. We'll start with the crimp method. The pros are no soldering involved and more modular. The cons are the braided JLF harness cannot be used as it has to be soldered. Parts needed are 13 11/100ths of an inch quick disconnects and 13 nylon insulation sleeves. Tools needed are wire strippers and a wire crimper. These are the crimping steps. Step 1. Strip the wire, making the stripped length the size of the quick disconnects barrel. Step 2. Fold back the exposed wire strands. Step 3. Slide on the insulation sleeve onto the wire. Step 4. Insert the end of the wire into the barrel of the quick disconnect. Step 5. Use the wire crimper to crimp the barrel. Step 6. Pull the insulation sleeves over the quick disconnect. Repeat until all wires are done. Now the connecting steps. First start connecting the crimped wires to the button distribution strip. The top row is for the ground wires, and the bottom row is for the button signal wires. The ground wire for each braided group will be the color that isn't used for the buttons. With the distribution strip connected, now connect the other end to the buttons. Reconnect the JLF harness, and then close everything back up. Now I'll show the soldering method. Pros: you can use the complete braided wire harness set, and can also discard the button distribution strip for a cleaner look. Cons: depending on where you solder the wires, it can be less modular. Tools needed: a soldering iron and solder, small Phillips head screwdriver, and a wire stripper. First thing done in the soldering method is to remove the original JLF wire harness as well as the entire button distribution strip. After lifting up the PCB, locate and tin with solder the 8 face buttons, joystick directions, start, back, and ground pins. They will be labeled on the back of the PCB. With the pins tinned, strip the wires from all the braided harnesses and tin the wires. With the pins and wires tinned, it's time to solder the wires to the PCB. After soldering all the wires and screwing in the PCB back in place, connect each harness to their buttons and reconnect the JLF harness to the joystick. Begin closing up the case and screwing back in the hex screws.